So today I'd like to introduce you guys to our newest premier trad climbing and technical face climbing shoe, which is the Generator Mid. So the Generator Mid replaces the Maestro that was in our line before. This is now our most supportive, most protective, I guess you would say like has the highest feature set to be a really good technical trad climbing, whether that means crack climbing, granite face climbing, multi-pitch climbing, shoe available in our line. So a few features that make it appropriate and unique at that style of climbing is, first of all, we'll go to the bottom of the shoe. It does have, for really good underfoot support, a full-length outsole using XS Edge rubber, so the stiffest, most supportive rubber that we use on most of our shoes, obviously really appropriate for a shoe like this. It does use a 2/3 length midsole. So again, the idea with the shoes, we want a tremendous amount of support when you're climbing on small holds over long distances. So a really good platform or chassis, you might want to say, underneath the foot for long climbs and really good underfoot support. Going to the front of the shoe, one thing people will notice is this really big extended toe rand that almost extends halfway around the foot, from front to back. That is made out of M70 rubber, which is one of the stickiest rubbers that we use. The idea behind that is a couple things. One, if you are climbing inside of a crack, have that toe profile inside, it's going to give you a really good amount of friction against the rock. Also, using a softer rubber, if you are climbing on really small holds for an extended period of time, and your toes are kind of curled, knuckled in there, having a softer rubber over the top of your foot is going to give more comfort, right? It's not going to be a stiff rubber trying to push back against your knuckles. It's really going to stretch, conform, and be really comfortable over the top of the foot. SCARPA has a lot of different tension systems, over 20 different randing tension systems, depending on what we want the shoe to do. This new generator is using a tri-tension system. Basically, a lot of our performance shoes have a tension system where the whole focus is to drive the foot forward in the shoe for more performance at the big toe. This does have an element, obviously, of that, but the tri-tension system, more of the focus is, again, underfoot support. So if you're climbing on really small holds for a really long route, or if you do have this inside of a crack and you're really torsionally twisting this thing in to get friction and move upwards, that tri-tension system does a great job at supporting the arch and mitigating arch fatigue over a long route. Obviously, this is a mid-top, so we do want to talk about the raised collar here. Mid-top for a premium, full package trad climbing shoe, we want to make sure that you do have protection over the ankles if and when you do get into the nasty wide cracks. That's also one of the biggest challenges of making a shoe like this. Like, did you get the ankle collar, was it too high, is it too low, is it too thick, the padding? And so there was a lot of work that went into that design to make sure it really hit a good sweet spot to offer support but not feel too cumbersome and too high or low on the ankle. A good amount of padding on the inside, so again, if you're really twisting this thing torsionally into a crack, you'll have really good soft protection on the inside of the collar. You also notice that we do have this neoprene collar that's above the Eco Suede. So again, we just want it to be really comfortable and non-abrasive around your ankle while you are in the shoe for a really long period of time. So, a subtle detail, it is a mid-top, but that's a really important feature on the shoe. Going to the back of the shoe, this does incorporate SCARPA's PAP, or pressure absorbing fit. It's a technology that we use that the easiest way to explain it is it alleviates a tremendous amount of pressure directly off of the Achilles tendon in the back of the foot. So again, for a shoe like this, where you're probably going to be standing on really small holds for a long time, or smearing, or torquing this thing into a crack, having that additional comfort feature on the back of the shoe is super critical. So this is the Generator Mid. Again, it is going to launch in spring 23. This is going to be our premier full-featured, full protection, most supportive trad climbing shoe that we have in our line. One other thing I do want to mention is that we are offering a low-top version of this shoe. So exactly the same features and benefits, technology that we just spoke about in the Generator Mid is also available in a low-top. And we are offering this because we do feel that there's a market out there that loves the idea of a fully featured traditional climbing shoe or trad climbing shoe, but they don't want or need the ankle protection. Maybe they're not getting it off with cracks. Maybe they just don't like more of a restricted feeling at the top of their foot. They just want that nice, natural, low-top climbing shoe feel that most climbing shoes have. So we are offering the Generator in a low-top as well. So this will be another premier trad climbing shoe that will be coming out in spring 23.